that sun. Whoo! You know, I think the universe knows I was about to go live, because the moment I pressed go live, the sun just started hammering down. So I've gotten this really fun Huffer jersey right now, but I get the feeling we're not going to need it. I do get this sneaking suspicion. Okay, links in bio, that's kind of fun. Can that stay? I guess that can just stay, team. Or we can put like a fun line in there. I don't even know if we want that little thing, guys. Do we want that little thing? Did you guys like that little thing? I'm gonna leave out the little thing. Here we go. To kick us off today so I can loosen up and get some energy in my veins, let's do a quick lightning Q&A. And then once I've done that, we're into 46 years. First question, what is something you want to happen this year? I mean, the two things I'm looking forward to most is my little daughter starting to make noises and my little daughter starting to laugh. She smiles, but she doesn't laugh. So those are my two big things right now. What else am I looking forward to? Stay naughty. So don't talk to my daughter like that. Just paintings. I answered that one there. Yeah, perfect. And what is the most happiest moment of your life? It's always a tough one. You answer that in one way, your best friend gets upset. You answer it one way, your partner gets upset. You gotta ask yourself, what's the right way to answer a question like that? Now, let me just have a little look see this bag here. I should have, here we go. In my little bag of goodies, I have the thing that will fix all of our problems. It's the happiest moment of my life. Jeepers creepers. Oh, guys. It's got to be when I held my baby daughter for the first time. I know that's in the same vein, but guys, it does kind of take the cake. It's pretty fun. I've been a dad. Flick that, what advice would you give your younger self? That's a good question. I think we've all got advice we'd like to give our younger selves. There's a lot of things, guys, I'd like to say. There's a lot of things, but I reckon he turns out just fine, so I probably wouldn't give him any advice to refrain from causing like a butterfly effect. I'd just let him do his thing. That's the best way to go about that. Last question, and then I'm going to start painting. What was one dumb thing that I did as a kid? What was one dumb thing that I did as a kid? A dumb thing that I did. Jeepers, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. What is a dumb thing I did as a kid? Well, I'll tell you a dumb thing that I might have done right now. I might have left my plates out. But I've got a little chopping board. Destiny has called in, and it says no to the plates, but yes to the chopping board. Kind of like its texture too. Don't know if you can see that up close, but it's going to be fun. Paint on my finger. Don't want to get that on my Huffer jersey, because I'm trying to look cool, guys. I'm trying to look cool in my Huffer. Alright, I'm going to bump out of this now. We're in painting mode. Okay. Seb to open an art school. Not today, Bran, but I appreciate that, you legend. And we haven't got the text to speech. The reason why is my Samsung is dead. So we're going to be working just on the phone today, old school style. Hello to Malaysia. And once it gets a bit warmer and we get started, I'll take off this big thick jersey and we'll start leaping around a bit more. But for right now, it's actually a little bit brisk, team. Just a little bit. Taylor, don't laugh. You'll hurt someone's feelings. You should know better. Specifically my feelings. I act really tough, and then I get home later that night and cry about all the things I dropped during the last painting set. Where did you get the cool jumper? This is a question, guys. I've been getting a lot of compliments for this fun jumper. This is original art on the jumper. Excuse me. I'm doing a live. Can you keep it down? They can't hear me. They're in a helicopter, but shh. Honestly. You start over there in the north of Auckland, flying your helicopter across, and you'd think that they'd see a painter down there and take a wider circle. But anyway, some people these days, guys, what is 2024 coming to? In all honesty, I did have a trail of thought there as well. Where was it? Where's Crystal at? Crystal is gone burger. Unless you mean the paint. Sorry, but the cool jumper. This is Huffer, guys, and it's a New Zealand specialty because the artwork on it is made by a New Zealand artist. So I'm actually a walking piece of art right now, which I think's pretty fun. So for that TikTok event, I still haven't uploaded the replay, sorry. But for that TikTok event, there's lots of sounds going on right now. Yeah, the whole thing's pretty fun. Huffer gave me some clothes, and this was one of the pieces. And I like it because usually I'm not all that hip, but now I'm pretty hip. So that's fun. I'm a happy boy. Except when I leave the lid off these paint tubes. That's a disaster. Right, that's gonna be enough. We're gonna go in with, we're gonna kick off with a juicy 6 colors. A juicy 6 colors. We're not gonna need these. Oh, maybe we'll get just a little bit. Maybe we'll get just a touch. And some white. Black and white, go on then. You guys convinced me. You guys convinced me. Here we go. And down there, kapow. Maybe another dot. There we go. 2 dots. 2 dots, a little bit of black, 6 colors to work from. That's fantastic. And then, are we going to use binder medium? Gloss medium. This is what we're after. Gabrielle, welcome on in. Lovely to have you here. What's going on there, Brandon? Honestly, I don't know. I've heard ambulances and I've heard fire trucks, so something quite major, to be fair. Who said that? Mal, living is the best. Living's mean. Living's really good. Like, it's probably one of my favorite things to do. In fact, most things that I do, I like living to be involved with it. So we're on the same page, Mal, me and you. What would you do if when you okay? I think you need Duolingo, and go to Duolingo and select English, and then try and like switch your language into English. There's a couple of challenges there you're facing, but it's an absolute pleasure to have you here. Samara, welcome on back in. Now, let me just, Ghostbusters, possibly now, possibly. Let me get you guys into position there, just there. You're fantastic, all sorted. And let's get, are we gonna do purple first? Or is that a naughty choice? Purple first. You know, the texture of this board here is perfect. And there's one poor little ant there. I hope he makes his way out, but he's got himself just a wee bit cornered in amongst the gloss gels. Mate, you need to get out of there. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Okay. We need to change this sooner or later. Pixel jail for Animus. Again. No hablo. Whatever's been said. Love the casual fit. Yeah, it's cold today, and this was in the car. So let's see how we go. But I've got a brand new Op Shop shirt that I haven't worn before underneath. So when we go for the big reveal, what's Seb's t-shirt today? Either, if you got anything mean to say, just tuck it down inside and pretend you like it. Okay? This is chaos. I love it. It is chaos. There's children's touch rugby happening in the field over there. There's a car park here. There was a couple of ambulances and fire trucks going past, and then there's this really, really strange painter who has the audacity to set up an easel right in the middle of all that, thinking he's going to capture two men who've been together for 46 years, and then he's going to send that painting over to the States. This is a weird, wacky place to be, guys, and I'm glad you're here doing it with me, because I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Speaking of being somewhere else, who wants to mentally go somewhere else with me? Temperature today? Someone's gonna need to check that, because I honestly have no idea. So, mentally, I was playing around on Chatbot GPT and learning more about Van Gogh and his letters. So if you don't know, Van Gogh used to put a lot of his pontifications, thoughts and feelings into letters, and a lot of the ones he received he threw away, but there's about 2,000 that he sent, or he sent 2,000, I think he sent about 2,000, and they have 800 because his brother Theo was quite meticulous and would keep the letters. But anyway, Van Gogh died. Theo continued to push Van Gogh's work for an additional 6 months until he died as well, tragically. And then, I forget what Theo's wife was called, but she took up the mantle, inherited all of Van Gogh's works, and then proceeded to release the letters and sell the artwork, and she's actually responsible for Van Gogh's fame. She inherited all the works and started to sell them. Anyway, the point of what I'm talking about here, guys, is the point that we're getting down to here, is that Van Gogh, in these letters, he was very, very humanizing. I don't think he intended for them to be part of his fame, but the letters, almost one for one with the artwork, are what made him famous, because when you can understand into the mind of the artist, that was so fundamentally powerful for Van Gogh. It wasn't just the art, it was the philosophy behind it. It was literally his humanization, that's even a word? How he was humanized through his letters to his brother. I really recommend it if you're ever around anywhere nearby a Van Gogh museum or anywhere showing his letters. Please go check them out. Most of them are in French, so if that doesn't spin your wheels, that's okay. You can see translations shortly. Kirk Douglas was Van Gogh. Are you sure? Maybe. I cannot verify that. That's Now you're just very confusing for me. Ricky, welcome to the team, you absolute legend. And Ricky, if you've got an NFT wallet, you need to jump on the Discord and fill out the form so I can send you an NFT tonight, because that's happening at 5 p.m. tonight. And what else do we have here? T. Thank you, T. I appreciate you. Appreciate the roses, you absolute legend. Showing your love for these two lovely gentlemen. Curiosity is getting to me, guys, and I've talked about the letters they used to send each other, and I've talked about the two and their love, and how long 46 years is, and how special this picture is. But honestly, I kind of want to know more. After the letters, what continued the attraction? What are the funny mannerisms of each of them? One thing that always makes me wonder, guys, if you got locked in a room, or if you could only communicate, how to examine this example? If Imagine you and your best friend or your partner or your brother needed to get a message to the other person, and every single person in the world could try and mimic you, but only you can send the message. Would you know exactly what to say in one sentence or a few words to separate yourself from every other human on the face of the planet to that one person? Or in the diluted noise of 5 billion other messages, kind of like Shakespeare's monkey tap on the typewriter, would you get lost? I often wonder, could we ever actually be perfectly unique or distinguishable from 5 billion people with what we say? And I often wonder, to my brother, to my best friend, to my partner, what would that be? Because everyone else who kind of knows you would be trying to emulate you and figure out what you were saying and take punts. 5 billion punts. Could you be original? Kirk Douglas played Van Gogh. I googled it to be certain. Are we talking about a movie? Are we talking about a movie? Because I'm awfully confused. Okay, I'm going to jump across here into turquoise. This painting's been crying out for turquoise for a while now. Some delightful turquoise. Here we go. I'm going to splash that just through there. Hello. There's a little bit, yeah, just like that. Done with that brush. I want this one. Hello. Fresh. Alright, another few minutes here, and then I'm going to swap into my shirt. We have a big reveal. What did Seb spend $3 on yesterday? Was it worthwhile? Did he waste his money? These are the questions. Was the shirt something worth buying, or is Seb just silly? These are the things that keep me up at night. There we go. Wow. Beautiful. Hello, I am all the way to Indonesia. Yeah, I'm confused, guys. I'm confused, but it's lovely to have you here. There we go. So, let's get these lovely individuals on this canvas. And after this, I've got to dash off home. I've got dinner to make, and I've got to visit the hardware store, the hardware store, to pick up some goods for a project. Personal project. Artistic project. When I say personal project, made it sound like a DIY job, but actually it's not. It's an art project. Why are you outside? It's so cold. It is. It is. Welcome to New Zealand, guys. If you're in the bottom of the southern hemisphere like me, it's cold outside right now. But luckily, I put this fantastic puffer hoodie in the car, so I get to be warm and look cool. How fun's that? I like looking cool. I've actually got a pair of fat pants as well that match this puffer jersey, and that's always a bit of fun. But it's always a bit of fun, because then you can wear fat pants and look like it's all a giant intentional show. Through there. Where else do you go? Imagine all the people living for today. Yeah. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the one. Some sweet day, yeah, you find us. The world can live as one. Christian. I don't speak other languages, Christian. I dabble a little bit. I used to speak a bit of Spanish, but it's faded off my tongue. Now all I can say is yo hablo no hablo español, which is tragic. If you're young, learn another language. It's a beautiful thing. You'll be happy. You'll be happier. I love coming across your paintings. Oh, thanks, Moody Goat. I appreciate you. Makes me feel awake. I'm glad. So the usually I use the term vitalizing, but makes you feel awake. It's also fun. It's a fun way to describe a painting. I like coming across your paintings. It makes me happy, 'cause I'm happy I don't bing bong. Papa dum bone da boo. 'Cause I'm happy and I don't ding bong do. I never learned the lyrics, no. There we go, let's double that there. Flick. Mon flick. There we go. Colour. I love a white top. It just lets you get so much more open with any colour that you want to have. When did you start painting? This one, we've had about 3 sessions. This is the 4th, and I was talking with Rick last night late. I was pillow messaging Rick. I was sending messages to this collector when I should have been sleeping, but I was up at night talking, sending emails, and I'm on the 4th layer at the moment, and I think there's going to be 8. But this is just me pontificating. It may be more, it may be less, but I'm thinking 8, and we're having fun so far. So we don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth. We just want to keep playing. Especially while it's fun to paint these two. But I swear, next time I go live, I want to talk more about these, the love story behind these two. I've got a lot of the facts and the details of how they used to do a bit of long distance, how they made it work and got their first house, how they got married, the ups and downs over the years, but I want to hear the little facts. I want to hear those little cheeky things that makes a relationship real, you know. Dr. Robbie, welcome on back. You were here yesterday and you've made it back today. I appreciate you, Dr. Robbie. We've got some new fun colours that we're working with today. So these aren't the same pigments, they're brand new. And they're going to give another dimension to this painting. They're gonna give it another dimension. Ryan, what's the time in my area? Oh, sorry guys, did I get that question wrong there? Let me just put you in the right place. Perfect. What's the time in my area? No, when did I start painting? Sorry. I started painting probably around the age of 2. I really got into painting a whole lot more at a beach house when I was about 4 years old, because my mother had giant glass panels around the house between us and the beach, and I'd paint them with water-based paint every day. And then after painting them, my mother would come out and hose them all down. And after she'd done that, I'd come out again the next day and the next day and the next day and paint them and paint them and paint them. Let me just stand back here until, like kicking a soccer ball or playing with a rugby ball, playing with paint just comes really naturally to me. It's where I feel at home. You know, there's no fear, there's just colour, there's just application, there's just method. It just feels... I think like home's a funny one, because we always establish home as like a buzzword to a place, but it feels homely. Plus, I think on one hand, I love it, and on the other hand, it does just remind me of my youth, my childish side. I think painting should do that. Painting should remind us of our inner child. Ooh, sorry, AAA. Should I answer that question 7 times because you asked it 7 times? No, so I started painting. I went professional, I went full time with art about 2 years ago. I think the anniversary of going full time was 2 years ago. A few weeks ago. So 2 years, really, really recently. But before that, it was all back in the shed, me expressing myself to me. And after that, there was art school and philosophy and art history university, and then there was high school, and then there was primary school, and then we're going back to a zone that I just really can't remember. I know Nicolas Cage reckons he can remember being in the womb. I saw an article on that. That's hilarious. My earliest memory is 4.5. That's as far as I can go back. Coming on up here, East Coast Realtor. You could market and sell. The jeans with the stripes. Yeah, I know. The market and sell the jeans with the stripes. I love those jeans, and I reckon we just keep chucking paint on them. But honestly, guys, I think they're more fun just for me to paint. But if anyone ever, like Huffer, or if anyone knows a clothing brand and you want to pair up and do some all over prints, or like do some messy ones like that, I am so down. I am so down to clown, it's not even funny. Great question. What does 46 years mean? What does it mean? Well, that's the period of time that these two gentlemen here have been together. And this is one of the earliest photos of their relationship. So we're capturing that. That's what we're doing. We're painting 46 years. And I love it. 46 years. Count that down, baby. How many glasses of wine? How many cheese platters? How many nights out? How many spoon sessions? How many dance sessions? How many cruises? My parents have never been on a cruise, but maybe they have. How many things? All the things, guys. All the things. You could auction off a pair for charity. That is something that I could definitely get behind. That's something I could definitely get behind. Auction off a pair of pants for charity. That makes me feel good. If it's for charity, I'm on board. My favorite one, guys, my favorite one is I like a couple, but the one I think really is nailing it right now in 2024 is I Am Hope. It's a charity in New Zealand here, and they do counsellors and mental health research. And that one's spearheaded by Mike King. It's just an absolute banger team, an absolute banger. Anyway. Hello, Christian. How we doing? Cool sweatshirt. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's Huffer. Oh, that was a bit bold. Let me get back on that. Imagine all the people are living for today. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Some sweet day, yeah, you'll find us, and the world will live as one. Ba-da-da-bing, ba-da-bum-boom. Ba-da-da-beep-ba-da-ba-beep-ba. La-ba-da-beep-ba-da-ba-ba-boo. There's an animal rescue that I support. I like that, guys. More than just donating money to charity, guys, find one that you're passionate about, that you care about. And then, form a relationship with them, I find. Feels better. Because you know where the money you're throwing their way is going. Right. You may say you'll find us. The world will live as one. Right. I know we like the jumper. I like the jumper. It's time for the jumper to vamos. What a beautiful, beautiful jumper. It's a fun jumper. It's a fun jumper. All right, put that down there. Let's get my hair sorted. There we go. Let's get the brush. Back to where we started. Our little chopping board. Gorgeous. Ryan, hello Sebastian. Keep brushing up on your Spanish. Ryan, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. I'm sorry that it's not good enough for you. But yes, keep brushing up on it. You know, my partner's doing much, much better at her Spanish brush up. It's making a lot more sense than mine. She is like on a 200-day streak on Duolingo. I'm on a 0-day streak, which is a bit tragic. This needs fixing, team. Would I ever paint something like Dorian Gray's portrait? Perhaps. I'd ask the question, the biggest question behind art, if you're going to pour your soul into it, the biggest question is why? Why do that? Because at the end of the day, if you don't have a why, you can get very, very caught up in nonsense. Or worse still, lose the vigor and really not quite be sure why you're even finishing it in the first place. If you fall into that stage, the whole artwork grinds to a halt, or to finish it, you have to just choke it. And that's a heartbreaking thing for the art. Sorry guys, just moving you around a wee bit here. Brush up, but you have a brush in your hand. The irony, I agree. There is an irony to that. An entertaining irony. There we go. You can be right there, team. It's a good little spot for you. That way the artwork faces you and you can see the colours that we're dealing with here. And I will have to turn around for comments, but it'll be okay. I'll manage. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Some sweet day you'll find us, and the world can live as one. Da-da-dum-de-dum-de-dum. Am I 46? Not just yet. That's 15 years away though. 15 long years spent with my wonderful partner and daughter. I'll slowly age to become that silver fox I've always dreamed of being, with a hairline, back hair, and some sneakers on with some jeans with those white socks that you pull up way too high. That's my future, team, and I cannot wait. All right, couple of questions here. Have you ever met someone that you wanted to paint, Christian? Sometimes. Actually, yes. It's tagged on TikTok right now. I was at a paint competition, a live painting thing, and it was a third round or something. I can't remember how the actual competition works, but what happened was she was there with a yellow scarf on, mustardy, and a blue top and red hair, which was just a really fun combination of primary colours. And I thought, I'm going to paint you, because I didn't have an idea yet. So I grabbed my iPad out, snapped a shot of her, put it above the easel, and just went to town. Painted her, and it was really, really fun. It was wild, it was pretty impressionistic. She had fun, I had fun, we all had fun. It was just a casual night, but that happened. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Jacob? Bueno, mucho bueno. I'm also a painter. I think you can improve the pink shirt of the man by adding some paint on it. It's actually a white shirt, so we've got a bit excited with the amount of pink that we've added into it. We've traded out some of the light greys for pink. So just let that be the case, and I think it's looking pretty good. We might add a few transparent whites over the top, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. We don't want to overdo the white on this work. We want the colours to speak, not the whites. The colours want to be the ones talking. There's a temptation to lash this with a whole bunch of black paint, but we're going to resist that temptation too. That's not the dream. The dream right here, right now, is to get that form through colour. Through colour alone, baby. That's the plan. Oh, you're a baby? I am a baby. I am a baby. Is that Anakin Skywalker? AK Walker? I was born in 1993. I'm a 90s baby. I was there for cassette tapes. I was there for floppy disks. I was there for desktop computers with floppy disk slots. And then CDs started showing up. They were annoying because it gets scratched. I kind of preferred the floppy disks, and I had a Game Boy Color. This is my past, guys. This is how I lived. Rockwell Stan, welcome on in. Welcome on in. It's changed a lot since you were here yesterday, Rockwell Stan. We've added a whole bunch of new colors. Whole bunch of new colors. So, and the idea is we just keep playing, just keep adding more pigments. This is what I'm talking about. Each pigment seems to add its own little bit of flavor to the mix. We want that flavor, building it out. It does look so different. It does, Stan. It does. Oh, almost fell flat. That's okay. These are the risks we run. Painting's very dangerous, guys. Should I get a health insurance plan? I'd say, why? And I'd say, well, I don't know if you've ever seen me paint, but it's a high risk activity. And they'd give me some low price health insurance, and then I'd injure myself while painting. They'd be like, wow, we really got tricked there. He's a really uncoordinated artist. All right, dial up. I don't think we're on dial up. Oh yes, yes. We'd disconnect dial up and we'd use, no, sorry, we'd disconnect the phone and then use dial up to play RuneScape 1, but always late at night so we could get away with it while our parents were sleeping. But they'd know because they'd hear the noise, whatever sound it makes. And it's hilarious. Dial up. What a time to be alive, guys. What a time to be alive. If you are a 2000s baby, you missed out on dial-up. And like, I feel sorry for you. Good on you. You've got Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Yeah. You've got unlimited music on your Shopify playlist. Good for you, good for you. But you didn't have dial-up. You didn't know the joy of a random landline being called and someone having to pick it up and saying, hello, who are you after? Like our home had our house had a phone, and what would happen is it would ring, and we had phone manners. So we learned, hello, it's Seb speaking, how can I help? And they'd be like, oh, I need to talk to Alex, oh, I need to talk to Ben, oh, I need to speak to Sue. 5 people in the house, and everyone was calling the one landline and getting shipped off from there. How wild a time to be alive. And now we all have phones in our pockets, and phone etiquette kind of got lost. You know, when you call people now, they're just like, hello? But, you know, we all learned phone etiquette. It was, hello, it's Seb speaking. Like, I was told off if I wasn't answering those phones pristine. What was the name of New Zealand dial-up internet? I didn't realise dial-up internets had different names. This is fresh news to me. But here we go. Lovely. Lovely. Just gonna get up here higher. Take that down. I can go high, I can go low. Today I'm worth $1 million, tomorrow I don't know. Da dum ba dum, la dun dun do, ba da 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 dee, da 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 do. You can't believe. Wait, oh, you mean on the? Yeah. No, I fall all the time, especially when it's wet, guys. Wet is a hazard. Wet is an absolute hazard. Right. I thought I was going to handle this a little bit more cold, but I am battling. Go. We're not going to put ourselves through misery. We're going to stay nice and warm. There we go. Perfectos. Have you painted on linen cloth? I have. It's all good. It's fragile, but it's all good. If you want that, I like cotton. And if you get bored of cotton, a lot of guys go, a lot of artists, go, cotton's too thick and textured. I want to be on linen because it's finer. Well, I just use a masonite panel at that stage. Like a masonite, no, your hardwood panel has that, it's rigid for starters, and it's completely smooth. So if you prep it right, it'll last in like as long, if not longer, than the canvas. And masonite slaps. Masonite's really cool, but people get hung up. I have to use canvas, but before you say you have to use material, just like with building, please ask yourself, what am I trying to achieve? And if the answer is I'm trying to achieve the most flat surface possible, you're probably talking masonite, like oil tempered hardboard, not MDF. MDF has glue in it and it warps and bubbles and humid temperatures. So oil tempered hardboard, or you might be talking about metal, painting on something like that. And if you're like, no, I like a bit of texture when I swipe, love that. You might be talking about some like undressed, like unprimed cotton. I like your style. That's fun. You wish it was cool here in the States? Could be. Have I painted a linen cloth? Wait, that's the same question. I'm just reading it twice. So yeah, I like it, but it's not the be all end all. It's just another method to use. It's another tequila sunrise when it comes down to losing friends. It never ends. I'm with you, Jay, because I'll be honest, I much prefer to be in a cold temperature and put a jacket on than be in a situation where you're down to your shirt and shorts and you can't take anything else off without no longer being socially acceptable. Alright, splash this around here. It's another tequila. Oh, that's a luscious purple. Yes, this is what our gentleman here has been waiting on. Look at that. Look at that. Tasty. I don't think we're going to finish with this either. We need more of this stuff. Yummy. Ah, that royal, deep, luscious purple. Disgustingly yummy. Big fan. Big fan. Out through here. Big fan. And then down. Nice. Flick there. Nice. It's another tequila sunrise when it comes down to seeing friends. He doesn't know the words, but everybody can see that he doesn't know all the words to the Eagles song. He's singing it wrong.
Stop pulling out my hair, I'm going to give you a hug.
Do-do-do-do. Due to climate change, will most painting deteriorate quicker over time? For example, Mona Lisa. No, that'll have zero impact, only because all these paintings are inside in controlled environments. You could possibly argue that the thinner ozone layer in New Zealand, allowing more UV light or UV rays to get through, correct me if I'm wrong, would affect artwork more because UV rays break down the pigment more. So any artworks that have natural light touching them in New Zealand are more at risk of losing or getting more discoloration over a period of 20 years. That could be possible, but Mona Lisa, she's fine. She's in a inside, temperature controlled, well lit room. She's always gonna be fine. Yeah, East Coast is onto it. Maria, welcome on in. Have you ever painted, has it ever rained when you've been in a painting session? Literally 2 sessions ago on this exact work, and we manage it because if it's too heavy, we tilt it over. No, sorry, if it's light enough, we tilt it over and then just work underneath it. And if it's too heavy, that's okay too. We just rush this back to the car. The phone's typically waterproof enough that it'll survive, and we come back and grab everything and rush inside. Now, I'm prolifically bad at checking the weather report, so we get caught out in the rain pretty much every time it rains. I'm trying to think of a time. I think there was one time a few weeks ago when I was inside and it started raining, and I'm like, I'm not getting rained on at the moment. I'm not outside. Does New Zealand experience cyclones and hurricanes? Nah. Not like what we see on TV happening overseas. You could say we had a cyclone. I don't see in New Zealand stuff happening comparable to what I see happening over in the States, or all over the world, really. There we go. Oh, there's a thing I'm supposed to be using, team. Excuse me. It was bada bing bada bum boom. I figured it out how to use the I thought I did anyway. How to use the, excuse me, there we go. Moderators, blocked account, hear your voice. It sounds awful. Live gifts, it's not that. Comment about me activities, it's not that. I swear, don't worry guys, I'm not gonna break it, but I might break it. Where was the thing that we need? Pardon me. There we go. It's here somewhere. It was here, I swear. There we go. I found it. This one? Cool. Wait, is it this one? No, not that one. There was a thing, guys, that I could, it was called a flare. Gregory, welcome on in. And I'll chuck this up here too, guys. We're 73%. 73% of the way there to getting our team of subs. And you don't have to. You can hang out here with me every time and catch all the same content. But if you want to catch some of the emojis, they're there, and access to the Discord, that's there. But let me have a little look-see here. I've got to find this thing. It was here. And I had it. Then I lost it. And I was like, ooh, I won't forget where that is. That's really important. And then, hello, here we go. Oh, I found it. I think I found it. Here we go. Use to reach, okay, cool. TikTok gave me this thing. There we go. There we go. So TikTok gave me a thing called a flare. Go figure, a flare. And what a flare does is it is like a thing that goes up into the sky as a flare, I suppose. But anyway, it told me that I've only got 5 days till it expires, I think. So I thought, well, the best way to use that is to use it before I forget. There we go. Now this is that same deliciously dark purple. Deliciously dark purple, but instead of it being just the purple, I am slapping in just a little bit of that chalky white colour. And the chalky white colour is going to just make it a little bit lighter, a little bit more fun in between these gaps. We've got the idea of our characters, but I'm a greedy artist and I want to get a bit more of the fun. More colour, more depth with that love, guys. That's what we're after. Okay, there's a lot of comments there and I'm getting left behind. I think I'm following. Junior. First off, hello Junior. Hope you're well. And how am I? I'm doing fantastic. Who is the man in the painting? This is a great question. Okay, the man in the painting, Junior. This is a couple. This is a lovely two individuals, two men who met 46 years ago. That's why the stream is called 46 Years. And it's a painting of them in one of the first photos they have together. After this, they stayed connected with letters. That's where they fell in love, or the love got seeded. And then here we are, fast forward to today. House, married, massive celebrations on Christmas and Halloween. And we're capturing the moment that sort of started this journey. You know, it wasn't pivotal when the photo was taken, but looking back, we look at that photo and it becomes immensely special because that's where the seed was, you know? So that's what we're up to. Okay, and Charlie Mitchell. Charles, welcome on in. Long time no see. Ronnie, I'm not sure where the eastern part is, what you mean, but I'm in the north of Auckland. But the most important thing is, I've got sunlight, I've got a painting, I've got some time to throw around some paint on a canvas. That's what we're going to do right now. Jazz, welcome on in. The hurricane here in Quebec, lots of rain in 2 days. Stay safe, Junior. That does not sound like fun. We don't have severe weather events comparable to what you guys go through. It's not fair to make our weather events seem trivial, but the stuff I see, you guys go through stuff that, especially in all the parts of New Zealand that I live, I've got no idea. You're really doing something else, guys. Doing something else. Let's get that through there. Bada bing bang boom. Bada beep ba ba. Da ba dee ba ba dee da. I believe ba da dee da. Ba-da-dee, boom, ba-dee-da. I'm going to move you around a bit, guys. Don't panic. You've just been shifted. Not demoted, just shifted. Put you right there. How's that? Now you got the blue sky, you got me, you got painting, which is coming together. If I would just spend more time painting it than yarning, but that's all right. We're doing our thing. Hello from Kaipara. 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 I have never been, but I'm excited you're from there. Maybe I have been, but I've just got no idea. Can't remember. Who knows? Lateral move. It is indeed. Hello from Te Aroha. Huh. Well, hello. Hello from North Auckland, where we're hanging out right now, stacking around some paint. We're just doing a few little dabbling spots with the violet here, there, and everywhere. That's the plan. Have I got a hubby? I don't have a hubby, but this gentleman has a hubby, and this gentleman has a hubby, and it's each other, and that's exactly what we're capturing. How much more fun could you be having? How much fun can you have beside a parking lot in North Auckland, on a field, with the last bits of sunlight on a New Zealand afternoon? The answer is a lot, guys. The answer is a whole lot. Kevin, the painting is not for sale. Not for sale. My studio's sold out at the moment, and this painting, once it's finished, has a home that it's going to. So, if you're after a painting, you need to go on to the link in my bio, because commissions are open. So if there's a commission you want, maybe we can make it. I'd love that. We don't take all commissions. Some aren't the right fit, should I say. It depends. Is it something that spreads vitality and love? Is it something really meaningful for you? It sounds weird, but sometimes requests for commissions aren't deeply meaningful for the person. I want something that's meaningful for you. I want to bounce off that. I want what we make to be, I want your inspiration. I want to feed off it, So, I think I articulated that right. And then sometimes, depending on what the artist, the client or collector wants, sometimes I'm not quite the right artist. If you've been here for a while, I've got a very specific style. It's very impressionist, colourful and unique. Sometimes requests come through for some pretty interesting things, like sometimes black and white or single colours. And I like this, but the why has to be right. We have to make sure the why is right. Mina, no, you can't. But you know what you can do? You can keep being you wherever you are in the world, and one day you're going to find someone who loves you, because you deserve it. So keep being you until then, because if you're you, then they've got the best chance of being able to find you. All the best. Cindy, hello. How are you doing? You love the vision? Thanks, Jazz. I appreciate that. Who else do we have here? Hello. Wow, you're amazing. Very creative. Thanks, King Terza. Welcome on in. And Duran, hope your journey is happy and well. It is. It is indeed. We're slashing paint onto a massive, well, not a massive canvas, but about 24 inches by somewhere between 36 inches, 37 inches, somewhere in there. That's what we're working to. And we're currently using the popping purples. I love playing with these purples. Just throwing it around. There's actually a garden around them. There's this wagon wheel here, but a garden around them, and I want to make sure that we get all the fun that this nature has to offer. That's what we need. Can you please draw the Philippines in the next live? Well, that's one exciting idea. One exciting idea, but it depends. We've got a couple of commissions lined up, guys, and we can't quite deviate right now. We need to keep to the trail. Good job, keep it up. Thanks, Ronnie, appreciate you. And that, Ronnie, I like the profile picture. It's fun, it's clear. Beautiful day for you. 11 p.m. for me, about to go to bed. Saw I was on. Well, Cindy, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But don't let me keep you up, Cindy. I'm gonna catch up with the posting of the replays, and they'll all be up everywhere. So I'll look after you there, promise, promise. Tegan, I'm zero relation to Paddy Gower. Is that a good thing, or does that break your heart? It breaks mine. There's a reporter in New Zealand team whose name is Paddy Gower, and he has far surpassed the fame of us other Gowers in New Zealand. So we're always asked if we're relations of Paddy Gower. I'm hoping one day one day I'm famous enough as an artist that Paddy Gower and his children get asked, are you a relation of Seb Gower? That's my dream. You're welcome, Ronnie. Thanks for being here. It's pretty cool the way the art world works now, guys, in that I'm a full-time artist. This is what I do. And previously, back in the 1800s and the 1900s, you'd have to buy the art to show the artist's appreciation and help them put food on the table. And that's still the case. You have to sell art, you have to ship it, you have to do all that stuff. But not everyone can afford art. Some people can afford prints. Not everyone can afford prints. Or some people don't want more art in their house right now. But what's pretty special is just being here, right now. You're actually helping me get my art out into the world. In this case, by you seeing it. But you're doing me a favor. So Ronnie, you've earned that compliment because you're hanging out here with me. You champion. Thank you so much. And Livy, thanks mate. Tegan, it's the truth. It's the truth. Like, same goes with Instagram. Like, you know, your family members, instead of going, oh, I hope Jacob does okay with his art business, can actually help. They can like your stuff on Instagram and comment on it. Like, now, for the first time in history, you can actually, as a family, actually have an impact on a loved one's art. Because when you put I love that, great use of red in the comment section, the robot's like, oh, I'll show that to another person. Like, it's never been easier to actually support your friends and loved ones who create, right? That's my take on it anyway. But what else is here? Hello. That is a hard name to read. If that was a number plate and you were fleeing a crime, I would not catch you. Lots of D's and J's. Not helpful. Not helpful if I was trying to write it down on paper really quickly. All right, coming on down. Let's get off this purple. I'm moving around with purple, but and if I all right, is this the next color? Yes, it is. Hello. King, appreciate the follow, you legend. That's kind of you. Chuck that down there. Mix up this here. Guys, this isn't the only place I exist either. If you want to connect on other platforms, everything's in the link in the bio. You can go to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Threads, YouTube, email lists. Oh my god, everywhere. And it's all me, baby. So if you sign up for the email list and you don't get an email for 2 months, it's because I got really busy and I'm sorry. Or if you're an avid YouTube fan and you're like, he hasn't posted a replay for like 4 weeks, I'm sorry. There's so many social platforms, I try and keep up. But sometimes, like literally guys, sometimes you just fall a bit behind. And when I fall a bit behind, I try and prioritize the things that I believe truly matter. And that's actually being here, making the art. And that's talking with subscribers, that's staying in touch with collectors, and that's making sure these commissions are moving along and coming together the way we plan for them to. So sometimes I fall behind, but depending on whatever platform you like, there should be an option for everyone. Oh, Goofy, thanks for a meteor shower, you absolute legend. I was busy playing with yellow and I missed it, but I see it there and I appreciate you. You absolute legend. Goofy Amar, wherever you are in this big old world, I hope that you either have a great day or a phenomenal night, and I appreciate you being a part of this space. Now, I was mixing up some yellow here. Here's the colors we've used so far. The blob there that we've ignored, that's our black. We sort of didn't really gel with it, so we left it out. Miss Honey, welcome on in. Lovely to have you back. And who's in that piece? We have two gentlemen, two lovely gentlemen. Dave and Rick, actually. Dave and Rick have been together 46 years. We're painting that. I'm never gonna get tired of saying that, guys. 46 years, 46 years, 46 years. That's how long Dave and Rick have been together. And that's a milestone, team. That's an absolutely lovely thing. Is there anyone here who's been in a relationship for that long? And if you have, tell me, do you celebrate each year, you know, when you go to 41, 42, 43, or 22, 24, 25, do you celebrate each year a little bit more than the last, or do they just start really merging together a little bit? What happens, team? What happens? I'm gonna move you back a little bit. How long? Casey, 46 years. 46 years. It was funny, I was actually painting outside the other day, and then during the painting session, a lady walked past, and I said 46 years to her, and she's like 65 with her and her partner. I thought, oh my lord. All right, here I was thinking 46 was impressive. And these two are really showing us how to party. Have you ever seen the rain? And I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Bah, bah. I'm only 21, longest relationship has been 3 years. That's cool though, Casey. 3-year relationship, proud of you. Keep it up. Hello, Snake Ringer. Welcome on in, you legend. I'm doing fantastically. We've made a bit of ground here. We're out here in a lovely, lovely part of Auckland. We've had some sirens and traffic, but now it's all seemingly laxed off a little bit, so we get to actually just unwind, which is nice, because it did get, like, let's not lie here, it did get a little bit loud there for a bit. Can I draw a pic of you? Look, I'll tell you what, it's a great question. In terms of drawing a picture of you, you can either get a commission via the link in the bio, or, you know what? Here's an abstract picture of you. The blue hair represents the depth in your character, while these purples are the quirky elements of your personality. The yellow hair's the vitality, and that blotch of white there, that's the good deep inside your soul. And that little black part there, that's a little bit of bad, and everyone works with that. But that's why this is a full character of who you are. And I put it on a chopping board because we're always brewing away and cooking to try and improve ourselves. So there you are, a portrait of Suja. I'm proud of you, Suja. And in this portrait, you look wonderful. Cheers, Miss Honey. Appreciate you. Coming on up here. Now it's almost bedtime. Snake Ringer, I'm going to do a few better. I know it's been a little bit later in the evening, and part of the reason for that is I've been thinking, let's get into these lives. I'm about to start the live, and I think you're not zingy enough, you're not perky enough, you're not energized enough. So I go to the gym, I do a little run, I do a little workout, and then after that I go, right, now there's a bounce in your step, get painting. And unfortunately it's pushed the sessions out to about 1 or 2 p.m. start times, and that's made it harder for you on the other side of the world. So I will fix this, but obviously I understand that that's really made it tough on you lately. So we should be starting if we plan it correctly around the 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. mark. But like I say, depending on the daily mood, we flick it out and change it. So, okay, Casey Marsh. Good to have you here, Casey. I love that name, by the way. When I was in high school and primary school, there was a girl called Casey, and she was a motocross rider, Casey Waterhouse, and she was absolutely phenomenal at it. Absolutely phenomenal. And I always thought Casey was just a really cool name. But what I'll also say is she had a massive accident at a certain point. I don't know exactly when, but now she's recovering from it, a motorcycle accident, and she's now become this amazing role model and figure for people who do recover from, you know, she's doing incredible things, guys. She's doing absolutely incredible things. I don't know enough about the facts of the story, but basically there's been a tragedy. She turned it into good, and she's doing her absolute best to make the world a better place. That's someone who's an absolute legend. Thanks, Jesse. Good to have you in here. Insta. Yes, I worked very hard on this accent. Been cultivating it since I was when did you start talking? 8 months. Catch you next time, Miss Honey. Thanks for popping on in. I will catch you later. And assortment of letters. Thank you. All right. Let's get a few more little patches of yellow in here. A few more little patches of yellow. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-beep, ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-boo. La-ba-dee-ba-da-ba-doo-doo. La-ba-dee-ba-da-ba-doo. La-da-da-da-da-do. Little bit more white in there. Then we got a little bit more. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Lovely. Yeah. Yeah. Little bit more, and then here, do I dare? I think I do dare. Ba-da-da-beep, ba-da-beep-boo. Ba-da-da-boo, ba-da-boo. La-da-da-dee, da-da-dee-doo. La-da-doo. La-da-dee. Whew. Flick that back there. Seb from Hershey, is your mum or dad an artist? My mum's an artist on an Excel spreadsheet, and my dad's an artist when it comes to building a fence. So I think it depends on your definition of art. And if you, I just became Donald Trump then for a moment. It depends on your definition of art. No, so my father was a farmer, my mother was a very, very good mathematician, and they both, that's where they both excel. I excel with art. I excel with visuals and colour. Colour's my thing, guys. It's my my go-to. And thanks for the rose, Shelby. It's very kind of you. It's very sweet. Is Cooper watching, or am I working alone right now? There we go. Ba-da-dum-beep, ba-dum-ba-boo. And la-da-dee-da-da-doo. And da da dun dun da 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 da. Da da dun dun. Da da do. Da da dee, da 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 do. Wa da dee da da do. Wa da dee da 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 do. She can hear you, but she's currently occupied. Alright. Let's get that. How close can we go? Look at that. A little bit of that gel. I get that in there. That just makes this paint just a little bit more flowy. See that? Nice. That is what we're after. Just like that. Beautiful. Am I 46? If I'm a lucky man, one day I will be. But at the moment, no. I'm 31. And these individuals, they've been together 46 years. It's surprising how many people ask me if I'm 46 today. Am I giving a 46-year-old energy? I'm a nerdy 31-year-old. Come on, let me be me. Why is everyone... Not that there's anything wrong with being 46, but I've got 15 years to go. Yes, Johnny R. 31 is the best age. You're finally past the insecure things that were holding you back in your 20s. You haven't fully committed to, I mean, you're still young to dive off in different career paths and to stay up all night if you had to. Not me, I like to stay at home now, but you've got the ability to do all sorts of things and you're more yourself than you've ever been. It's that perfect equilibrium between it's perfect equilibrium. It's the right age is what I'm trying to say. Your life says you're 46. No, your life says 46 years. 46 years is the name of this painting. That is why we're here. But you're still young enough to make changes. Yes, yes, okay. And the one thing that I want to refute about that though, Johnny, just real quick, is that you can always make changes. Always make changes. But Fabian, I can see the confusion, and it's not your fault, it's mine. It's not you, it's me. Good night, Jazz. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate having you here. Appreciate having you here. This replay will be up in about, or you can catch the replay. If we do much more, we'll see. We will see. It's in a pretty fun place, guys. It's in a pretty fun place. I want some red, baby. Where are you hiding? And I need some help. I need somebody help. Not just anybody help. You know, I need someone to talk to. Here we go. A little bit of this. Pew! A little bit of red. So not raw red onto the canvas. We're going to mix it in with that sort of vibrant Naples yellow that we've been making here. Hey to me again, Gregory. Welcome on in. You're just in time to watch me mix this red and with our messy yellow color to get like a, ooh. We're going to rename this color Frisky Salmon. That's what we're going to call it here. All right. And now with our newfound color, the pigment now known as Frisky Salmon, we're going to add it. Where? Everywhere a frisky salmon belongs. Obviously. Okay. Imagine all the people living for today. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Some sweet day will find us. The world will live as one. Dun 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 la bum 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 boom bip bum bum. There we go. Very calm. It is, Gregory. It's an absolutely lovely day to be out here painting. We're having a ball. Obsessed with this hoodie. Thanks, Ice Ice Pancake. And I'm obsessed with your name. Is it a pancake made of ice? Or is it Ice Ice Baby, but you love pancakes so much that you remove the baby and put pancake? Or are you unaware of the Vanilla Ice song? Or to tell me how it happened. Anyway, coming on down here, I wonder, dun, 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 dun. Yeah. I wonder, to put a little bit more of this around, but now I think I'm feeling the pull, the mystical pull. I'm feeling the desire to use some sap green. So sap green's the same colour as the grass you see below me. Maybe a little bit more luscious and a tiny bit more olivey than pure greeny. We're just gonna throw around a few little dots of that. I wonder, dun, 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 and I wonder, do you know who'll be next? I wonder don't you, sugar man, would you help me? 'Cause I'm tired of these things. All the blue costs, won't you bring back all those colors to my scene? Silver mandrakes dip to carry over Coke, sweet Mary Jane. Get this brush clean. Bob Ross says, we're going to beat the devil out of it. You're going to beat the devil out of a brush, beat the devil out of something, you want to give it a gentle talking to and encourage it in the right direction, not beat it up. That won't get anything done. In this case here, we want to beat the paint out of it. Shout out from the Philippines. Ray, welcome on in. I'm very nostalgic today. Nostalgic, don't you dare call Sugar Man nostalgic. That song should be #1 of all the charts worldwide still. The fact that it's not is an indictment on society as a whole. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to YouTube or Spotify and search Sugar Man by Rodriguez. It's an absolute banger. It's one of those, he's one of those guys, I don't want you to think of it as a song. We hear a lot of songs, you know, like Dance Monkey, Dance Monkey, Dance Monkey, whoa-oh-oh, and Justin Timberlake, and all these, you know, funky dance songs and things like that. Think of Rodriguez as musical poetry. You know, there's a song, but it's also more about the lyrics. It's like, kind of like a country song, how country songs are always about the lyrics with the same beats sometimes. But Rodriguez just has the most amazing lyrics. Like, it's not always about a truck and a girl. Now, don't get me wrong, I love me a country song about a truck and a girl, but I'm saying that Rodriguez sometimes goes a bit deeper than that. Now, let's get this green. Let's get this green. Sugar man, won't you bring back all those colors to my dreams? Green oxide. Nah, it's not what I want. Won't you bring back all those colors to my dreams? If I can't find it, I'm gonna mix it. Another helicopter straight over here. It's like, can't you see I'm painting? So rude, so rude. In other news, I found the colour we were after. This is cobalt green hue. It's not the sap green I originally said I wanted, but that's okay. This is actually going to tick the box exactly as I want it to be ticked. It's basically a light, vibrant green that we want. Bondi Street Kitchen. I am checking out your page after this. Hello, Bondi Street Kitchen. Welcome on in. Wait a minute. I think I already follow you. I can't click into that. I was talking to someone who does catering. Might have been someone else. I forget. Travis, thanks for sharing the live, you absolute legend. I can see that helicopter from my apartment in the city. Yeah. So it just cut a track straight over the top of me. Crazy. Wild world out here. Hello, Elvin. You're all distracting me. I'm trying to paint here. I'm getting caught up in this conversation, and I'm halfway through getting my greens together and all this stuff, and making sure a helicopter doesn't hit me because they're flying straight at me. They're just, you know, 100 meters, 400 meters in the air. Hold on. All right, there is our green. See that little green dot up there? I'm gonna hit it with a direct hit. Look at this. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on to me. This stuff here is called, it's basically a gloss gel, this stuff. It makes the paint move much easier. Paint's already buttery, but it goes tacky very fast. The gloss gel loosens it up, makes it spread better, and also keeps that shine in the paint. Like, it's always wet and it never dries, but it does. That's what we're after here. Tama, do you sell any of your paintings? Great question. Can I answer that with two parts? Two parts to that question. Cliff, I visited Auckland once and I did notice a fair few helicopters. We do like our helicopters. My father used to fly helicopters. Down to the next question, Tama. Okay, first off, I want to tell you that Monet and Van Gogh did hardly sell any work until they died, okay? So don't ever formulate your definition of an artist around if they sell work, otherwise you invalidate the two greatest painters of all time. So that's part one, and that's the most important part. That, hey Ryan, how you doing? The second part is, yes, most of the artwork that I have been doing is commission based, and in between the commissions I'll find time to run away on personal projects, giant portraits, rainbow tigers, sometimes historical figures, sometimes landscapes, sometimes just local things. But I typically try and keep, I've said this before but I'll say it again, I try and keep 3 originals in my house with my partner and daughter, and I try and then the rest go overseas all over the show. And then when I end up with more than 3, then I make the originals available to people. So that way I always keep 3, because the biggest way to put yourself into a rut is to actually empty your own life of art. If you felt that someone was becoming numb, what would proliferate that? What would help that feeling become stronger? It would be a lack of art and music and dancing in their life. So if you're an artist or a creative of any kind, and you constantly give and get rid of it out of your life and don't have art in your own home, you run the same risk of falling into the same numbness that your art was designed to fix. Kind of like a barber who's got a messy beard and overgrown haircut, or a builder whose house is falling to pieces. As an artist, try and avoid that if you can, and try and make sure your home has your pieces in it to actually fill your own life with that connection and love. That's what I'd say. That's what I'd say. I have run myself down to 0 pieces before. It's not healthy, guys. Art vitalizes you. It brings joy into your life and it makes you happy. And as an artist, you have the ability to have your favorite art. I really encourage that you pursue that, because think about it like a farmer. A farmer gets the best quality carrots. It's another example. A farmer gets great quality carrots. A dog groomer should have a dog with an immaculate coat. Like, enjoy your craft and get the best out of it for yourself. Yeah. Now I do rotate those pieces every now and again, but for me and my partner and our baby, the one thing I want to bring to our house, since I can't really fix a cabinet or build a deck, I bring art, and that's kind of fun. It makes a home a home. So each to their own. Now, team, green is our final colour. Green looks good on the sky. Looks good on the bam boom 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 ba. Blue looks good on the sky. Don't. Blue. Looks good on the sky. It's a Keith Urban song, and it's a banger. I am sorry for the misleading title, guys. The painting is called 46 Years. I now understand that this is my fault. I have mislabeled and misrepresented the stream. I am 31 years old. When I'm 46, my knees will give out and I'll do a lot more. What I'll do is I'll paint on like tennis courts in a roller chair, and I'll just push it past, and as I roll past I'll do a quick flick, and that way I'll keep the movement in the paint, even though my knees won't allow me to act so ridiculous. Blue looks good on the sky. Looks good on the dum dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba ba ba. Doesn't know any more of the words. Classic. Lovely. Where else are we going? Just up the top here. Splash it. Thanks, Gary. Where am I painting today, Sarah? We are painting out in a windy little spot north of Auckland, where we're getting to enjoy the last little bits of sunlight before it dabbles down. This is layer number 4, and I think we might go to 8 layers. We are undecided at this stage. We are undecided at this stage. We might go further, baby, but I don't know. I do not know. I do know that this piece is looking fantastic. I do know that we're having some real fun here. Let's go from there. Here we go. Perfect. Blue, who looks good on the skin. Looks good on the bottom of the bum. Perfect. Where else would we go? Down in here. Lovely. And then doof. How do you do? Let's get just a little bit. It looks good on this guy. Looks good on. Oh, thanks, Tanya, I really appreciate that. This one's coming along. It's layer 4 of a possible 8. I'm glad I bought this jacket because it is cold now. So we've had our fun. We've made one messy brush, and I'm gonna go get warm. Guys, we've hit 10,000 likes. Thank you so much for everyone who tapped the screen. I know sometimes it can be an exhausting thing, unless you're trying to tell me, put paint there, you idiot, right there, top left corner, why can't you see it? It's because you guys see it straight on longer than I do while I'm dancing around in small little pockets. So anyway, we got here, we chucked on a bunch of yellows. We threw around yellows, purples. That was the game-changing colour today. Purples changed the game. There were those turquoises that danced over top of the ultramarine blues. So basically those deeper areas became deeper still. The yellows got in there and popped out the highlights, and then a little bit of green and really potent yellow to make these floral areas start to pop. And so we're getting closer to the overall vibe that we're after for this piece. It's getting to the cusp. Right now, if you blurred your eyes and glanced at it suddenly, that's kind of the look that I want to get in the end game, but I want more depth and more color. This is love, guys. 46 years of being in love. So if we're going to capture that properly, I need so many colors and layers. Why? For the simple meaning that there's depth in love. There's depth in love. Is there love in depth? There's depth in love. Love is every color. Love is deep. And so we're going to do that physically with the paint. That's the plan. Anyway, that's what we've got to. I'm going to head out of here. The details are popping compared to yesterday. Thanks, Ryan. I'm going to go to the hardware store in the supermarket with a smile on my face now. You absolute champion. Wherever you are, Ryan, hope you have a great day, and everyone else who hung around to the end of this live, thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate it. And for all the love that you gave this Huffer hoodie, I appreciate that too. Anyway, guys, look after yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye, team.